My name is Gráinne Creighton. I'm from Ireland and I've been living in London for about 7 years now, and I work as an editor for an ad agency.
Can you tell us a little bit about the kind of work you do with the ad agency?
Sure. So we work mainly with charities, so we make charity films and we make DRTV campaigns for them, so basically shaking people down for money. But yeah, we work a lot with emergency appeals and things like that, so yeah, it's never a dull moment. When I was a teenager, I really wanted to be an artist, so I did an undergrad in fine art and graduated at the height of the recession, so I had to find work elsewhere. Tried to find work in film in Ireland, which didn't really happen for me, and that's when I decided to move to London. So came over here with the idea that I wasn't experienced enough in filmmaking, so I did a master's in filmmaking over here and tried to find work again, and basically the only positions that were open to me were runner positions. So I started as a runner in a post house in Soho, and 6 months later I was promoted to assistant editor, and then a little while later I moved jobs to where I am now, and last year I was promoted to editor.
How long from runner to where you are? To becoming an editor?
From runner to my current job, I would say, 6 months, 2 years, maybe 3 years.
That's really good, huh?
Yeah, I was lucky. In the post house that I was working in, there were a few jobs that they trusted assistants with, so smaller jobs. You get a little bit of on-the-job editing work. And then when I moved, I was trusted a lot more, and I basically was editing, but my title was just assistant for a few months. So yeah, I just kind of had a meeting with the boss, asked for a promotion and got one. So the master's I did was an MA in filmmaking with a specialisation in editing at Goldsmiths, which was a fantastic experience. And the reason I wanted to study there was because they work in Avid, and I had no prior experience in Avid, so I thought that would be a good place to start. So it was great. I mean, there was people from all over the world studying alongside me, and I met some amazing people. But at the end of the day, I think I would have still gotten my runner position without having studied anywhere, if I'm honest. I'm using Avid now, but there's a lot of digital work that we're being expected to work on more so, which is quite effects heavy. So more and more we're moving to Premiere because it's integrated with After Effects, and there's more effects work. And then we use Flame as well, so had a little bit of Flame training, so I'm doing a bit of that as well. I think the most important piece of advice I got was from an editor called Tamsin Jeffrey, and I just happened to get in contact with her, and I was doing a little bit of assisting for her, and she said, as a woman, women are way more likely to become sidetracked, and their priorities change in terms of their goals and their ambitions because of starting a family or putting other people ahead of them. And her one piece of advice was just, if you're really passionate about this, then you have to prioritize yourself, and you have to put your ambition first, and don't become complacent. My most stressful day at work was a day where I was assisting an editor who was working on a commercial for a bank, and he took the day off the day of the presentation, and I think there was about 25 clients that came into the room, and my job I'd just been promoted to an assistant, and my job was just to press play and show them the edits. But they decided that day to just start basically from scratch. So I was having a very subdued panic attack at the edit suite in front of them, but I don't think they noticed. But yeah, basically just having to on the spot edit with software that I wasn't very familiar with in front of 25 bankers. But we got there. I mean, I didn't work as quickly as they're used to, but we got there in the end.
So would you recommend when those sorts of opportunities or situations come up that people just go for it and throw themselves in, or how would you recommend people deal with that kind of situation?
I think I knew that I was capable of doing it. Like, I think just because you haven't done something before doesn't mean you can't do it. And sometimes being pushed outside your comfort zone is a good thing. And it boosted my confidence massively once I knew that it was over and that I was able to do it. But in the moment, it was terrifying.